control freak. It's what my staff thinks. They may be right, because this treadmill of dread running through my head keeps me up at night. I'm so tired of micromanaging. How do I train, manage, and lead? I can't find time to be visionary, head down in the weeds. We're gonna tighten up this operation. We're gonna build a strong foundation. No more chaos and confusion. We'll build a team that brings solutions. I see what could be, and I can't wait. Law firm admin boot camp is the way. We're signing up today. Law firm admin boot camp is the way.
I've heard if you have a lot of chaos in your life, there's a great law firm admin boot camp that can probably help you out with that. Check it out.
So let's continue. Decoding confusion, navigating shiny distractions in the law firm, in the workplace, and how to focus back, get back to basics and the fundamentals. So let's dive deep into today's topic and the dynamics and the impact on the productivity in the workplace. We're going to tackle a common issue, which is distractions. You are lawyers. You love case studies. Let's talk about a law firm I just took on recently. They experienced rapid success, reaching a valuation of $10 million at its peak. They had their people in place, clear roles and goals, CEO framework in place, consistency and persistency in the firm. They had established a strong infrastructure essential for optimizing organizational peak performance, mitigating tasks, fostering employee engagement, and delivering exceptional client service experience. The foundation was laid for long-term success and sustainability in today's uber competitive law firm market landscape. They had a solid foundation providing stability during periods of growth and uncertainty. The challenge, you ask? During my travels to this office for our full-day VIP kickoff meeting, I couldn't understand why they were at a plateau, why they couldn't break to the next level goal. They had everything in place. During my flight, I was reading all the surveys from each employee, department, and pod and squad, and the common glaring theme I saw was, if only we could complete one idea and see it through to fruition before we changed course, killed the idea, added a new idea to the table, ... There it is, shiny object distractions. That was it. So it really was clear to me we need to start with identifying distractions. Common distractions in the workplace, such as multitasking, overcommitting, and maybe succumbing to ego-driven pursuits, possibly, or that next billion-dollar idea. According to the Wall Street Journal, workers are interrupted on an average of 3 minutes, every 3 minutes, and it takes the brain 23 minutes to refocus to the original task. Some strategies to mitigate distractions are delegating work effectively, setting clear priorities, and being mindful of our actions. The importance of fundamentals. Fundamentals are the backbone of any successful operation. From operational efficiency to effective communication and employee development. These elements form the foundation of a thriving law firm, a thriving workplace. Neglecting fundamentals can have a detrimental effect on productivity and employee retention and morale, and which ultimately impacts client satisfaction and services. When processes are inefficient in communication, or maybe they're running like a well-oiled machine, like my $10 million firm, but then this billion-dollar idea, the shiny distraction comes in and breaks it all down. And it creates frustration and disengagement among employees and dissatisfaction among customers. And the hands go up of why even bother? Why do we create these SOPs? Because we're following them. And then there's constant bombs that are being thrown in the room by a visionary or a boss or managing partner, or a term that this firm uses, are fee earners. And then they come in and we're like, we need to do it. They're the brain surgeon. They are the owner. They are the boss. They are what have you. They must know better than I do. So this is how it goes here. When you have team members that their voice matters and they can hold you accountable to the shiny object distractions and allow for them to anchor back to our foundation, our strong foundation that's already built. This allows for us to really, truly invest in scalability and efficiency. This firm could be on track to double their revenue without any new billion-dollar idea. Scalability is essential for business growth and expansion, and allows for companies to adapt to increasing demands without compromising their people, their process, and their production, which impacts profitability or the efficiency or the quality. Companies like Amazon and Netflix, which have successfully scaled their operations by prioritizing efficiency and innovation to improve scalability and efficiency within their organization, leveraging technology to automate repetitive tasks, optimize resources and allocation to maximize output. So the shiny object was not the idea that was put there. It was about streamlining. It was about productivity. It was about systemization. In my experience, visionaries and entrepreneurs, when things are working so well, like using Amazon, have the visualization of the conveyor belt, of the assembly line, of the warehouse, what have you. And then when things are running so well, if there's nothing that we are working on that is creative, that is visionary, that is ideation, that is maximization, what have you, we're going to go looking for that shiny object syndrome. But if we have a team that keeps us grounded for long-term success, sometimes success feels like stagnation or stuck, or it feels like complacency. But in the long run, it is crucial to really, truly empower our team members to be our accountability cops, our production cop, our revenue cops in regard, and making certain that their voice matters and they're anchoring to those strategies. So attorneys, you're never going to have a shortage of shiny object, new best practice idea, what have you. Share them, but they are not a dictation. They are not a voluntold. They are ideation that goes on a marketing plan to allow for us to create a healthy culture, prevent turnover, burnout, because at the end of the day, people get exhausted from that. Make sure you're speaking to the right person with that shiny object distraction. It's not an idea. People call it shiny object idea. It's a distraction. So when you create that culture and you go to the right person, find out who in your firm is the ideation holder, the shiny object holder, the billion-dollar next idea holder. It doesn't get shared in your weekly stakeholders meeting. It is not shared in a 7-paragraph email or within a Slack channel. Be incredibly responsible for who you're sharing this, because you're never going to run out of ideas. We want them to be shared, but there's a process. There's a system for how you share them, who it goes to, where it goes to, and then how we bring it into the think tank during our marketing meetings or strategic marketing retreats, whatever it might be. And then we have a system for unpacking them. They're no longer a distraction, and you're no longer shut down as a visionary that you cannot have ideation and creativity. It's just systematized, and it's not throwing a bomb into your fundamentals that you've worked so hard on. I hear from attorneys over and over and over again. I see how much money and how many checks you all write for SOPs, for leadership, for management, for systems, and what have you. And then you blow them up as a visionary. Now, again, not shutting you down. If you're a team member and you're experiencing this shiny object distraction, phenomenon, symptom, whatever you want to call it, reach out. No more suffering in silence. If you are an entrepreneur, visionary attorney, and you're feeling the niggle, you're feeling the crush that you can't share with anyone in your firm because you're afraid they're going to be in a puddle of tears or walk out or be completely shut down, whatever the emotions are that you're experiencing within your firm, reach out, book a call. Let's get your team into the law firm admin bootcamp and let's systematize this. You still get to have your creativity, your visionary, and your ideation. But there's a process for how to share it, and there's a process for how to test it, and there's a process of when we collectively decide we're going to deployment and launch. But we are not creating distractions within the day-to-day operations, the day-to-day workflow, the day-to-day process and systems, and we're not blowing up our team and exhausting our team and creating this burnout and confusion and all the other things that occur, overwhelm. They're all just emotions, but they're truly a lack of systemization because of the reckless delivery from the visionary. So if you're experiencing this, regardless if you're the employee or the entrepreneur or the visionary and feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling shut down, whatever you're experiencing right now within your firm, reach out, book a call with me, and let's unpack it and create the ground rules for how everybody gets to feel heard. And we still have the visionary and the shiny object syndrome, but there's a process for the team to support you with figuring out if this is our next right move for implementation, deployment, and launch. Okay, until next time, continue being legal leaders, leading legal visionary leaders.
Control freak, it's what my staff thinks. They may be right, because this treadmill of dread running through my head keeps me up at night. I'm so tired of micromanaging. How do I train, manage, and lead? I can't find time to be visionary, head down in the weeds. We're gonna tighten up this operation. We're gonna build a strong foundation. No more chaos and confusion. We'll build a team that brings solutions. I see what could be, and I can't wait. Law firm admin boot camp is the way. We're signing up today. Law firm admin boot camp is the way.
I've heard if you have a lot of chaos in your life, there's a great law firm admin boot camp that can probably help you out with that. Check it out.